Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is in this diagonal pattern, I think. We've got two possibilities on the chart. Made you aware of them yesterday, and after changing the main count a little bit, the overall scenario is still unchanged. It's just that here the lower levels and how we get there, that has changed a bit. But nothing too major. At least it prepared you for that drop that is happening now. Because all we've done so far is to get into the middle of this target area in yellow for the main count. Yeah, there's two counts on the chart here. There's a yellow one and a red one. And in the yellow one, we are also still expecting to move higher. That's the primary expectation. We moved up here in the wave 1, came down in wave 2. We are now in the wave 3. There will be a 4 and a 5. And the wave 3 in itself consists of an A, B, C. So very shortly, we should, as per this wave count, move up in quite a bullish wave 3 to the upside. Yeah. That could start shortly, in my opinion. I mean, the 1 hour RSI is now oversold. The 4 hour RSI is not yet oversold, but we're getting lower and lower. And the last few times where we saw a little bit of a move to the upside, that was exactly from this area here, around 35 on the 4 hour RSI, and let's take a look at the daily. And the daily is still in the positive, in the green. We've had a bullish crossover recently, but we need to obviously see if this is now going to push up again, maybe fueled by the 4 hour, if that turns around. The MACD is still pushing down though, yeah, and the indicators don't really give us a clear picture that it's turned around yet, but we are obviously in an area now where most recently any small movements to the upside were started from here on the 4 hour RSI, yeah, the same level. But as you can see here, the MACD on the 4 hour is still pushing down. The daily is losing positive momentum. So, but this is a first indication that things could turn around here soon. What we should not miss is that bearish engulfing candle that we currently see here on the 4 hour chart. Is certainly noteworthy, and we had a bearish engulfing candle here, and they're getting bigger and bigger. So at the moment, I mean, there's no guarantee we're going to stop in the yellow area. The yellow area, though, is the ideal support area if we are in the yellow count. There's no guarantee we are in the yellow count. It adheres best to it, in my opinion. But the way we're coming down here in the B wave is quite strong, I must say, as well. And as you know, the higher level assumption is still that we are going to make a new low for Bitcoin into the region between 14 and 14.5K. Now, ideally, not yet. Ideally, we push a little bit higher before we come down. So I showed you the main count. The main count is the yellow one, still valid, still active. We did expect to get into this yellow area, but if we look at this yellow area, then the price should obviously not drop below that key support area. So let's just draw the fibs. So, I mean, ideally, in this particular scenario, we're not dropping below the 16,922 level. Yeah, ideally not. But if it's a B wave, it could. But yeah, the lower we go, the more likelihood will be assigned to the red count. So next key support is at 16,922. And then we've got 16,730 pretty much. But if we drop below that level, we are most likely going to get into the higher level wave count, which will have a lower support area, or the alternative that is. And here we have a chance to find support at 15,880 and 16,400. But if we get into this region, then it's going to get critical, and that's really the last possibility to turn around before we drop directly to the downside. Yeah, drop directly to the downside into the area between 14 and 14.5K. So to keep it simple, there's two areas for Bitcoin to turn around to maintain at least a short-term bullish scenario. One would be here, the next one would be here. And if we drop below that area, we're most likely going to get into this wave 5 straight away. Yeah, and that would then mean, it's a possibility we talked about before, but not the primary expectation. And it would mean that this wave 4 was already finished here. Yeah. In fact, we talked about it already up here. I think it was on that weekend around the 4th and the 5th of December that a more substantial high could have been made. It was never primary expectation because you might remember that we talked about enough waves are in for a WXY pattern. So it could very well be that this wave 4 is finished. That is the problem with those diagonal patterns that we have here on the chart. I did explain that yesterday in the video that when you have a diagonal pattern, it could very easily be a corrective wave pattern as well. And that needs to be reflected in your risk management, in your trading management, yeah, for example, smaller position sizes and so on. Because while you can in a diagonal, of course, trade with the trend, be prepared that you have more failures in the market or more failures of your trades, a lower success rate. Because if you're not trading an impulse and if you decide to trade a diagonal or a corrective wave pattern, these can often do surprising moves, you know, and maybe even sell off a bit stronger and so on. So anyway, we've got the two scenarios here, and as long as they hold, it's fine, and we have bullish short-term upside potential, maybe into the region 19 to 20k. But if we lose also the red support, which is at 15,000, 890 pretty much, then we are going to go down straight away. That would at least, and that would be the good side of it, that would at least most likely finish off the overall bear market a little bit earlier. Okay, so what do we see on the 1 hour? Well, my opinion is at the moment I would look at this in terms of an ABC pattern. It could become a WXY. So if it is a WXY, it could be finished basically already. In an ABC, I think we need one more low. So the way this works is in this B wave, I've got a wave A down, I've got a B wave as a triangle, and then a C wave down. But in this C wave, I can only currently count a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. There should be a 4 and a 5. And obviously it should ideally hold this yellow support area. Yeah? However, in a WXY, this could already be finished, because then I've got a W wave, I've got an X wave, and the Y wave consisting of A, B, C in itself in 3 waves could be done. So either from here, yeah, or after one more low, ideally we should be finished. Again, if we lose support, we're gonna go into the red support area. Be aware that at the moment, you know, any long trade here has a higher risk of not working out. That is probably not that much of a problem if you've got your risk management in place. If you do adequate position sizing, it's the time where I certainly would not use any leverage, because these volatile movements and these overlaps, they can easily kick you out. But yeah, that's the situation we're in. Yeah, and I'm sure soon at some point we're gonna get some clearer skies and clearer wave patterns and impulses again. These are really fun trading. Whereas diagonal patterns are always frustrating. You know, people set a stop loss, they get kicked out, then suddenly the market starts to move and they missed it. And that is typically what you get in those diagonal patterns or corrective price moves. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the description. There's new content every day. And also, if you're interested, you could check out the trading course we're offering on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.